Hey YouTube, Lauren Bentley here with a conscious community. Welcome to a slow to flow yoga class. I am really grateful for your attendance here and your support. No props are needed at all for this practice today. Just roll out your mat, grab yourself a water, and before getting started, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel, give it a like, maybe a share, maybe leave a comment to keep the support going for free yoga. And as always, different ways that you can work with me one-on-one or to go deeper with the Breathe and Receive membership. All of the information will be in the description below, so be sure to give that a read. Thank you and enjoy today's class. Guys, so welcome to Slow to Flow Yoga. My name is Lauren Bentley. I'm a trauma-informed yoga teacher, mindfulness teacher, and energy worker. And today we are doing a slow flow mixed with a vinyasa flow, designed for us to get into the body, to experience the discomfort that lives here, and to meet it with a belonging versus wanting to run from it and pick the love and light and the positive feeling and emotion instead. Instead, we just begin to really ground into the moment and allow it to belong. My why behind this is because I've been feeling that the law of attraction and the quantum leaping movement, it's a beautiful movement, absolutely. However, I have met within myself and within many of my clients and just with a lot of my audience that as soon as we experience that uncomfortable emotion, we want to immediately run from it and choose the better feeling, choose the better thought. And I absolutely believe in law of attraction. And of course, joy is a very preferred emotion. And I will always guide you to feeling joy, unconditional love, and inner peace. However, we need to be able to feel all of our emotions, to be able to really create this idea of home in the body. When we're creating home in the body, it's showing that all parts of us belong. All parts of us are loved and accepted. And so within this class today, we're going to be moving in a very slow flow manner, meaning that we are holding the poses longer. Slow flow does not mean easy flow. In fact, it can be much more difficult because we are holding that lunge for 5 breaths versus 1 breath. And it's this whole idea of meeting yourself where you're at, meeting yourself in the discomfort and finding belonging in the discomfort. We will then go through the same flow one more time using 1 breath, 1 movement. So I will of course offer plenty of modifications. So we're going to begin lying down flat on our back. Go ahead and just take your time to arrive. If this is a little too much on the low back, please feel free to bring your feet to the mat with your knees bent. And you can either place your hands on your body or you can take them out to the sides. Roll your shoulders beneath the heart space and tuck the chin in slightly, allowing for a beautiful long spine. And then take a moment to feel your whole body in this moment. Feel every part of your body that's connected to the mat and the floor beneath you. Beginning to allow yourself to just anchor into this moment and gently anchoring into your body. You're welcome to leave the eyes open if you prefer, or begin to close them if that feels okay in this moment. And I just want to take you down to the very tips of the toes. And just see if you can notice the sensation in each and every toe. Bringing the awareness into the feet, the ankles, the shins and the calves, the knees, into the hamstrings and the quads. Just noticing the sensation that exists in each and every part of the body as you continue to move your awareness up through your hips and your waist, to the chest, each finger, your hands, your arms, all the way up through the chest, the neck, and the head. Just allowing whatever sensation lies in each and every one of these parts to just simply belong here. Allow it to be here without wanting to push it away or ignore it. Maybe there are certain parts of you that feel a little extra heavy. Be sending some breath into these parts, but not trying to just ignore it or turn it around or run away from it. Be with it. I feel like so many of us are searching for that inner peace, the abundance, the unconditional love. But I personally don't believe that it belongs only in searching for the positive feelings or the love and light. I believe that you can also find that within the discomfort, within the heaviness, finding that love and acceptance for it just as it is, exploring it. And that doesn't mean you have to explore it on your own. You can find a community, a teacher, a healer, therapist to help to support you in that journey. Just watch as you allow yourself to be in your body in this present moment just as it is. Watch how that roots you deeply into the earth, roots you deeply into who you are and who you're becoming. That is how you find the worthiness, the self-love, the abundance. It's all right here within you. So if you would like to set an intention for this class, please do so. And let's begin to wiggle our fingers and toes and bat our eyelashes open if yours were closed. And let's begin to slowly take both feet now to the mat. Ankles are under the knees and your toes are facing the back of the mat. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. And then bring your left shin parallel to the ground. You can interlace your hands now behind your left hamstring. Keep that right foot flexed to protect your knee and gently begin to pull that left leg in. The closer the left leg pulls in, you'll notice the deeper the stretch in your right hip. Let's send a few breaths into the right hip, allowing it to begin to open and soften. inviting the emotions that we tend to really hold in the hips to begin to move through the body. So perhaps we can begin to feel them, even feel into the discomfort as we flow in through this class. Really gently release your hands. Keep the legs exactly as they are and let them fall over to the left. So your right foot's going to come completely down to the floor. You're going to feel a big stretch down the whole right side of your leg. You can take your left hand to that right inner thigh to gently press it away. Your right arm can go out into a T and you can turn over your right shoulder. My little space buns here though are proving to be a little difficult for me to move my head all around on the floor, so I'm just going to keep my gaze right up at the ceiling. Try to keep your right shoulder anchored to the mat and find that deep breath. Nice and slow, bring those legs back through to center. Release your right foot to the mat, and we'll bring the left ankle to cross over the right thigh. Right shin parallel to the ground. Interlace your hands behind that right thigh and begin to gently pull your right leg in. Flex your left foot, protect that knee. Sending your breath into the left hip. And then nice and slow, release the hands. Let the legs fall heavy to the right. Left foot plants. Maybe your right hand to the left inner thigh to gently press it away. Left arm out to the T. Perhaps you look over the left shoulder while keeping the right shoulder anchored down. That discomfort that you're feeling down the left side leg, perhaps meeting it with the mantra, "This belongs." In fact, I really invite you to bring that mantra into all the poses that we'll be flowing into, especially when we're holding our lunges, holding those strong standing poses. Meet it, meet the shake, meet the fatigued muscles with a belonging. Slowly release that hand. Bring your legs back up through to center. Both feet now to the mat. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Lift heart and head up towards the knees. Coming into a little bit of a ball here. And then release your head back down. Hands to the backs of the legs. And begin to rock and roll yourself all the way up to a seat. And then coming forward over your ankles to tabletop position. Go ahead and spread the fingers wide, the wrists under the shoulders, knees under your hips, tops of the feet flat to the mat. Feel your low belly pull in and up and feel yourself really energetically press out of the wrists to really take the stress off of them. And then we'll breathe in to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back and lift the chin. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, really energetically pressing away from the mat. Inhale, the pelvis tucks and we look forward. As we exhale, the pelvis untucks and we gaze in towards the belly button. Go ahead and find one more here. Inhale, we'll drop that belly, shoulders roll back. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale back through to center. Find that nice long spine. Take your right foot out behind you. Feel all 5 toes point straight down. And as you do that, notice how your hips seem to square off and that the right inner thigh spirals out towards your ceiling. You can stay here if this is enough for you, or take your left arm out long, bicep along the ear, spread the fingers wide, thumb up, pinky down. Breathe here. Really strong in the core. If you're wobbling all around, you just need to tighten the core a little bit more. Get nice and long in the body. And then exhale, release the hand, release the leg. Find yourself one round, cat and cow. Inhale to drop and lift. Exhale to round and tuck. Inhale through the center, find that long spine. And then that left leg goes straight back, all 5 toes point down to your mat. Stay here or take your right arm out long. Right bicep along your ear and breathe. Maybe your body is already beginning to shake. Remember to meet it with "this belongs." Exhale to release, finding one more round of that cat and cow. Inhale, drop that belly, lift the chin, and exhale, round the spine. Beautiful. Go ahead and take the big toes together and let your knees part. Maybe as wide as your mat, or maybe not as wide. Invite the buttocks back to the heels, walk your arms out long, drop your forehead and your chest down to the mat. I just want to come here briefly to remind you that child's pose is always a place that you can return to or come to whenever you need. If you're feeling tired throughout your practice, or you just need a rest to be with your body, heart anchored towards the earth, you can come here anytime you need. This is always here to support. Begin to claw into all 10 fingerprints. Look up towards those fingers and come forward to tabletop. Curl your toes under, take yourself up and back to our first downward facing dog. So let's begin here by just pedaling out through the heels, inviting one heel down to the mat, followed by the other. Really press into all 10 fingerprints. Press into the webbing between the thumb and the pointer. Feel your shoulders spiral out and inner thighs spiral in. The length in the spine is the main thing that matters here. It doesn't matter if your heels touch the ground. It just matters how much length you can get in your back body. So if you need to even bend your knees here, that's totally fine. So we're going to begin our very first round, starting with the slow flow. So we'll be holding the poses a bit longer. So on your next inhale, let's begin to roll forward to our plank pose. Shoulders are over your wrists. Those fingers are still spread nice and wide. Low belly's pulled up, tailbone down, heels spiking to the back of the mat. We're looking straight down here. You always have the option to lower the knees if needed, no problem. Just make sure to keep that low belly really pulled in, even if you lower the knees. Super strong pose, even if those knees are down. Breathing deeply. Relax the jaw, the eyes, the eyebrows. Next, exhale. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Your knees can be bent here, or they can be straight, but we're just going to breathe in stillness here. Maybe invite a smile to come across the lips. That always helps. A smile to come into the heart. And this belongs. Next inhale, coming forward to that plank. Pay attention to your breath. Next, exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Try to press evenly between both hands and feet. And last time, inhale forward to your plank. 5 breaths. Great work, you're almost there. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now we're going to flow with this. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale it forward to plank. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Final one, inhale, roll it forward. And exhale, take it back. Beautiful work. Let's take a moment just to lower those knees. Take your hips back for that child's pose. Let your arms be nice and heavy. Let them rest completely. Maybe you keep them out nice and long in front of you, or maybe you even take them to the sides of your body and just allow the shoulders to round forward, palms face up. Just really let them rest. We're going to do one more arm strengthening flow next. Meeting yourself where you're at. Please, 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 no crap talking yourself about where you're at with your own strength. Meet yourself in this belonging, in a space of deep, radical love and support for yourself. Great work, my friends. Let's come up to the next round. Claw into your fingers, roll yourself up to your tabletop. Take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet a few times if that feels good. Find that nice stretch. All right, so it's going to be pretty much the same thing, except we're actually going to drop down to an up dog. The toes will stay curled under the whole time in our up dog. So inhale, roll yourself forward to a plank, and then begin to drop your pelvis down towards the mat. Roll your shoulders back, lift through the heart. You can always lower the knees here a little bit if you need. If this is too much on your low back, feel free to come down to a cobra with your legs down and bend through those elbows a little bit more. Next exhale, find yourself in your downward facing dog. Breathe here. 5 breaths. Next inhale, roll yourself forward to your plank, and then drop your pelvis down, finding your up dog. 5 breaths. Claw into your fingers. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Really pull your heart forward. Low belly stays pulled in. Smile. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. Last time. Next inhale, roll it forward to plank it. Exhale, drop that pelvis. 5 breaths in this up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale it to plank. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, downward facing dog. Keep that going 2 more times. Roll it forward to plank. Drop the pelvis. Downward facing dog. And last one. Inhale, roll it forward and drop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. We're not going to go into a child's pose this time because we're going to take all the stress off the arms as we inhale, look forward at the hands, bend the knees. Use your exhale to begin to walk yourself up to the top of the mat. Coming into a forward fold. We're in our final round. This one will be a little bit longer in the flow. Holding each pose between 3 and 5 breaths. Beautiful. Next inhale, coming up to a flat back. Hands can be on the mat, your shins or your thighs. Shoulders roll back away from the ears, as if you wanted to squeeze your elbows together. Low belly pulled in and up, looking straight down. Weights even between all 4 corners of your feet. Exhale and fold yourself back down. Head and neck super heavy. Maybe there's a nice bend in the knees. Next inhale, begin to come all the way up to a standing position. Lift your arms up overhead. And then pull your hands down to your heart. You can release your hands down to the side, Tadasana. Move your weight over to your left foot as you use your core to energetically lift your right knee. Flex your right foot, and then you can take your hands, interlace them around the shin or under the leg, if that's better for you. Stand tall, shoulders back, low belly pulled in. Really feel yourself anchor down through that left foot, including your left big toe. Take your left hand to that right knee and slowly begin to peel your right arm back behind you. Keep your low belly pulled in tight, and maybe you begin to take your gaze back towards your right hand. Take your time. Inhale back through to center. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, just like we did in the beginning of practice. And begin to sit your hips back. Flex your right foot, protect your knee, and you can bring your hands to heart center. Weight can go back into the heel a bit of your left foot, but keep the whole foot anchored down. Inhale, come up to stand, pull your right knee up with you. Exhale, begin to kick your right leg behind you, coming into warrior 3. So top of the body doesn't go any lower than the hips. Try to keep a nice long line. All 5 toes of that right foot pointing down. Try to keep those hips level, low belly pulls up. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat as you invite your nose to come towards the knees for standing splits. Let your head be heavy, shoulders away from the ears. Meet that shaking left leg with the belonging. And then release your right foot behind you. Legs are in 2 lanes of traffic. Low belly pulls in. Inhale, coming up for that high lunge. Left hip pulling back to meet the right. Left knee behind those toes. Feel free to bend through that right knee if you need it. That's pinching your low back. And then exhale, release the hands down. Right foot plants to the inside of your left hand. Inhale, lift your left foot. Inhale, lift your left hand up for an easy twist. Maybe looking up at that left hand, if it's okay, on the neck. Keep peeling that left hip back to meet the right. And then exhale, left hand down, step it back to your plank. Find your vinyasa or feel free to skip. Inhale, shoulders directly over those wrists. Exhale, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking it to the other side. Let's inhale, bend the knees, look forward at the hands. Use your exhale to begin to walk yourself up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Just be nice and heavy here. You can shake your head out, no. Shake it, yes. Inhale, flat back. Breathe here. Feel the strength of your back body. Exhale to fold. Head, neck, and shoulders completely relaxed. Next, inhale, press through those heels, bend your knees generously, come all the way up to a stand, and pull your hands down through your heart, finding yourself in Tadasana. Hands at your sides. Moving the weight to the right foot. Peel your left leg up towards the chest, using your core. Interlace your hands around that left shin or the left hamstring. Flex your left foot, standing nice and tall. Really using your core here to support you. Feeling your right foot anchor into the mat. Maybe you can envision it growing roots deep into the earth. Right hand to your left knee. Very slowly opening yourself up by taking your left arm towards the back of the mat and maybe following that with your gaze. Super strong in that right standing leg. Inhale back through to center. Cross your left ankle over the right quad and begin to sit yourself back into that chair. Keep your left foot flexed and your hands can come to your heart. Inhale, come to stand. Pull your left knee up towards the chest. Exhale, find yourself in your warrior three. Your hands can stay at your chest. You can take them out to the sides, palms face down, or you can take them out long overhead, whatever feels best to you. Exhale, release your hands down, inviting the nose towards the right knee, standing splits. We're almost there, doing wonderful. Catch yourself in that low lunge, legs in 2 lanes of traffic. That right knee is safe behind the toes, going towards the pinky toe side. Right hip back to meet the left. Inhale it up. High lunge. Sink yourself nice and deep. Feel those floating ribs pull in. Exhale, release your hands down. Left hand plants to the inside of your right foot. As you inhale and take your right arm up high for that easy twist. Only looking up at that right hand if it's okay on your neck. And exhale, release your right hand, step it back to your plank. Find your vinyasa or skip. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. And here we go, bringing it all together. One breath, one movement. Inhale, look forward at your hands. bend the knees. Exhale, step it up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart, and then down through Tadasana. Move your weight to the left foot and begin to pull your right knee up towards the chest. Interlace your hands around the leg where it feels most comfortable. Left hand now to the right knee, slowly opening yourself up to the right. Inhale through to center, cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Exhale, sit yourself back for chair pose. Inhale to stand, pull your right knee up towards the chest. Exhale, send it behind you for warrior three. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, hands to the mat, standing splits. Exhale, catch yourself in your low lunge. Inhale, rise up to high lunge. Exhale, release your hands, right hand plants. Inhale, left arm up high for your easy twist. Exhale, plant that hand down. Step back to your plank. Inhale it here. Exhale, lowering chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Last time, friends. Here we go. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale to the top of the mat and forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to rise. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart and into Tadasana. Weight moves to the right foot. Lift your left knee up towards the chest. Interlace your hands here where it feels best. Right hand to the left knee. Left arm slowly rolls back. Open up through the chest. Nice little twist in the body. Back through to center. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Sit yourself back for that chair pose variation. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, warrior three. Take a big breath here. Exhale, hands plant, standing splits. Exhale, step it back, runner's lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, release. Left hand plants. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Step it back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, final vinyasa. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. We're going to take 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Next, exhale, begin to lower onto your knees and find yourself in your child's pose. 5 breaths in child's pose. Press into those hands, inhale, come all the way back up, and bring your legs out long in front. So we're going to take that right leg out long and bring your, I'm going to turn so you can see me, and bring your left foot to the right inner thigh. Sit up on the sit bones of the tush by taking the fatty parts of the butt out to the side. And then rotate yourself towards your right foot as you flex your right toes up towards the forehead. Let's inhale, reach our arms up high. Imagine a big beach ball here. So as you exhale, you lift up and over the beach ball, finding yourself in a forward fold. Over that right leg. You can keep a soft bend in that right knee. Breathe here. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. And inhale, begin to lift yourself up. Take your left hand behind your left hip and begin to press up to a modified wild thing. So coming onto that left shin, reach your right arm up high overhead. Breathe here. And exhale. Release yourself down. Take your left leg out long, but keep yourself centered towards that right foot for one more thing here. Take your hands, one to the inside of your right thigh, one to the outside. And we're going to begin to lift and lower our right leg here, really beginning to strengthen that right hip flexor. We're going to do it 5 times. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. 4 more. 3, yes, it's very hard. 2, and 1, perfect. Now begin to pull your right foot in now to your left inner thigh. Square yourself off to your left leg. Flex your left toes. Inhale to lift your arms up. Exhale, lift up and over that big beach ball, excuse me. Spine's long as possible, shoulders back. Breathing gently here. Inhale, come all the way back up. Take your right hand behind that right hip and inhale, lift up to your modified wild thing. And exhale, release yourself back down, coming back into that straddle and staying connected to that left leg here. Plant your hands on both sides of the leg, flex the left foot. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, 5 times. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees wide. Take your hands around the feet. Maybe give yourself a little massage here. And then exhale, melt the heart down towards the feet. Let your head be heavy, let your shoulders round, just breathe here. Inhale, nice and slow, we lift the body, hands to the outside of the legs, bringing them together and coming all the way down to the back. As you arrive, pull your knees in towards your chest, draw some circles on your ceiling going one way and the other. And when you feel satisfied, take your legs and your arms out long for Shavasana. Just let your whole body be heavy on the mat. See if you can release your breath, release the thoughts, and just allow yourself to be. Allowing all things to belong in this moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bringing your legs back together and stretching your arms up overhead, stretching fingertip to toe tip. Let's begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, just deepening the breath, finding some cleansing breaths. Opening the eyes and slowly turning onto one side. And slowly pressing yourself up to a seat. Meeting with the eyes soft or closed off at the top of the mat in cross-legged position. Just bring your hands to the lap, palms face down. Noticing how you feel. And then slowly bringing the hands to the heart. Repeating once more, this belongs. Let's bow our forehead to our fingertips in gratitude to ourselves and to one another. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this rather unique flow of slow to flow, this belongs. I invite you to carry this with you off of your mat, and when you feel that uncomfortable and heavy emotions, instead of running from it, allow it to belong. Allow it to invite you into a space of inquisition, of questioning, of going into that emotion. What is this trying to tell me? What is the message behind this? What does this need me to know? What is the purpose of this discomfort? It's mostly from this space of heaviness that we are able to create more art, that we're able to love deeper and experience deeper joy, peace, and bliss. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.